Welcome to another Pallet Jackin vlog. What is up, beautiful people? TJ here with another episode. Today we're going to be talking about our top 10 losses. So this is going to be, I think it's 10. I don't know if it's 10 or not. I probably should have counted before I came on this video. It's going to be our top something losses. So if you saw our last vlog, you saw there was some stuff going on and people were saying things, and I just kind of wanted to take the narrative back. And I definitely want people to see that we do fail sometimes. We're not infallible to failure. And that we don't get, people don't just send us awesome loads to unbox on this channel. That's just not what happens. I mean, if somebody were to send me something, y'all definitely would know that it was sent to us or it was made for us or something like that. But we haven't had that happen yet. So I definitely want to make sure that people understand that we do have failures, and it's pretty well documented on our channel. But I want to make sure that we emphasize sometimes that we do fail, and everything is not like always awesome. We've definitely lost thousands of dollars in the past. When we started out, I was a buying fool, man. I wanted to buy like everything. I had all this money, and I was like, hey, we're gonna buy this, we're gonna buy that, we're gonna buy this pallet, that pallet. And eventually, we was in a deficit. We was actually spending a lot more than what we were making. And I kind of had to come back and have a realization with myself, like, hey, TJ, you need to be more strategic about your buys. You need to do a lot more research on how to sell these items, how to get these items offloaded and stuff like that. So I definitely learned a lot. So a lot of these failures are going to be from prior, like way before, like current times, probably before COVID, I'm sure. But some of them are since COVID, and it was more so because there was an impulse buy. So let's jump into the list. These are not in any kind of like order or anything like that. That's kind of got them on my phone. I'm just going to read them off, and then we'll show a couple clips from the unboxing that we did. So let's jump into the first one. All right, so this first one is actually going to be our very first pallet that we had. This was a Walmart.com pallet. It was full of junk and trash. And we ended up, I don't think we sold much of anything from this pallet. It had a bunch of swimming pools on it, but I'm gonna show you a couple clips of what we got on that pallet. All right, so this is all of my stuff that I got. So I'm just gonna kind of walk through everything that I got and show you what's going on. All right, so as you can see, there are a lot of like summer type of items. There you have, I think we've got 7 of these 10-foot family pools. Most of them aren't even open. There's a couple of them that are open. One of them, actually, they all have return slips on them, and they all say what if they're damaged or if they just didn't want them. One of them says it has a hole in it, so we're probably going to end up discarding that one. All right, so definitely was not a great pallet in any like respect. So I generally stray away from Walmart pallets. I just don't like them. I don't like Walmart pallets. I won't buy them unless it's just something very like great that I see on there. If there's like a couple items that I think are going to be really good sellers, I probably will buy those. But if it's just a Walmart returns pallet, I am not buying it. So funny story about this pallet. So if you followed us from the very beginning, or if you watched us from the very first pallets that we got, the first pallet we bought was the electronics pallet from Liquidation.com. We was contacted by the people from Extreme Unboxing, and they was, talking about us maybe being on the show and a couple other things. So they wanted us to send a couple more videos. So in order to send more videos, we had to buy more pallets. So I just went down to North Georgia Liquidation, bought the first pallet that I could buy on a Saturday. And that's how we got to this pallet, and it was terrible. So never doing that again. Don't do impulse buying. If you want to buy a pallet, please do your research first, because that is one of the biggest mistakes in liquidation. All right, the next one is going to be, speaking of Liquidation.com, this was the electronics box that we got from Liquidation.com. It's probably the second electronics box that we got from Liquidation.com. So I made the error of, on Liquidation, they give you a shipping price or shipping quote, and I purchased it, and it was box. It was a mystery box, but it was actually on a pallet. So I paid pallet prices for a mystery box. And I think I paid like $200 for shipping. It was crazy. But it didn't really have a lot of good stuff on it. So let's see kind of some of the stuff that we got.
Well, so you see.
That's some cute headphones. What are you talking about?
Headphones, yes.
It's got like a little retractable thing. Oh yeah, no. Don't buy one of them.
I'm not sure. Maybe a child. I don't know.
So next thing is a throwback. We got an old school CD player.
Do people still listen to those?
I'm assuming they have to. It's got a radio on it. I mean, it's not Bluetooth. So I don't know how great. Do you know what this is, Mackenzie?
No, exactly me.
All right, so definitely was not like a great buy, but you know, I learned from it. It's not necessarily like a terrible thing. It wasn't like a lot of money that I spent. It was more so about the experience of overpaying for shipping. And that was the experience when we first started with overpaying for shipping, and also overpaying for shipping whenever we were shipping items to people on eBay. We didn't really understand eBay. We didn't understand the shipping algorithm. Actually, we didn't even know that you can ship stuff with FedEx. The first, I don't know, 6 months of us doing this. So we were shipping everything USPS, whether it was large or small. And I remember paying like $75 and $100 for shipping in the beginning. We was not profitable at all when we first started, because we did not understand shipping at all. So definitely, if you're a new person, understand all the shipping programs that are available. There are so many different sites that you can use for shipping. Pirate Ship. There's a bunch of different places that you can use for shipping, but on eBay you can ship on all three platforms. You can ship on USPS, UPS, and FedEx. UPS is something relatively new, I believe, because I hadn't seen it before on there, but definitely we always do FedEx for something that's large on eBay. So definitely check that out if you are a new person. All right, the next one was a sporting goods pallet that we got from North Georgia Liquidation. So I sent April over to the pallet place, local North Georgia Liquidation, to get a pallet. And I said, you know, just choose a couple pallets. We got, you know, we got $1,200. Go just buy a couple pallets just so we can get some stuff. And she went and she purchased 2 of these sporting good pallets. And I was thinking, well, sporting goods, this should be some good stuff, surely, right? No, it was terrible. We unboxed all this stuff, and it wasn't really necessarily about the amount of money that we lost. So probably hindsight, if I think about it, it took us a long time. We still got stuff from that pallet to this day at our store right now. But we probably made the $400 that we paid for this pallet back. But it was more so about the work that it took to get there, and how much work it took to unbox and to look at all the stuff. And it just took a really long time, and it was so much effort. So let's check out what we got. Right there,
Yeah. Fell out. Yeah.
These right here, let's see if this work. They right there could have been thumbnail.
Oh my God.
This shows is $14.99. Some of this stuff, the packaging is really rough, so we'll have to, we'll kind of have to repack. We're going to have a video later on this week talking about some of the woes that we have of
shipping.
Yeah, shipping is terrible.
Yeah.
So be tuned for that.
More jump ropes.
I mean, it's a massive amount of jump ropes down here.
Yep.
Here's another one, the black one. Broke.
Yep.
So I was definitely, my energy was low after we looked at all the stuff from that pallet, because it was just, it took hours and hours and hours. In fact, I made another video just kind of drained. Well, I guess I'll sit here on Friday night and go through all of these wonderful items. Thanks guys for watching. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys, if I survive, on the next one. Peace. So anyway, that was a sporting good pallet. Probably will never buy a sporting good pallet just based on that experience. This is not necessarily saying that they don't have good sporting good pallets. That one just was not great. All right, the next one is from War on Retail. So this is one of my favorite like local pallet places is War on Retail. And we actually got this pallet from there. It was a Target.com pallet, and it had those Sterilite boxes on it. And I thought it was going to be good because I've seen so many people that unbox these on YouTube. And I said, hey, you know, maybe we can get some stuff that's kind of close to that. And it just was not the case. So let's see what we got. And basically these two boxes just random stuff. There's probably a lot of stuff that's going in the dollar bin, or we're probably gonna make it like a $2 shelf or something like that for some of my HBA. But it's just got a bunch of these like surge protectors, push on lights, these little things you plug into the wall.
This is something for
What's that, wireless?
baby.
Oh, it's like a sound machine.
Sound machine for the baby.
We've got like a little desk fan.
Brand new remote. This is still
It's
in the package.
It's actually a ton of remotes inside of there. What's this? Incandescent lights, tool set. So it definitely wasn't like terrible stuff, but it definitely wasn't like a bunch of good stuff. Overall, we probably lost maybe $200 on that pallet, which is not a lot of money. But we do still have quite a bit of the stuff from that box, and we also sold a lot of it in the dollar sale. So we made a lot of money during the dollar sale, and then we sold the higher price items. So we still have quite a bit of that stuff left over at the store right now. And it just wasn't a good box. This is, you know, it'd be like that sometime. But that's not to say that I'm not going to shop at War on Retail anymore, because that's definitely not the case. That's probably one of my favorite resellers or retail pallet place stores. That I don't know what I'm saying right now. That's definitely one of my favorite pallet stores to go shop at. And yeah, I'll definitely always go back. All right, so the next one is the trash pallet that we got from Warehouse 1. That's definitely not, it was not a good pallet. I made a video about this. I think the thumbnail kind of said this was like gross and yuck. It was pretty bad. So let's see what we got. If you took the time to look this one up, this bad boy right here is $8.99 on sale.
Yeah.
The S9150. So that's kind of what led us to get this one. But we knew it was going to be a risk, because it's always a risk.
It really is.
We've got another shark. Sorry guys, it's a little bit different than what we normally do. Normally we have like good stuff.
It be all great, brand new.
Yeah, this is what you get right here. Zoom in on that dust and dirt in there. It's pretty bad. So, I mean, okay, look at this cord. Like, it's literally a tape on the cord. I mean, how long did these people own this thing?
So here's what I'm thinking.
This is not 30 days worth of use, is what I'm saying.
Right. These people have bought the item and replaced it with their old jacked up items.
Yep. I don't think that we lost money on it, obviously. We overpaid for that one. We paid like $450 for that one. We should have gotten another one of the Mighty Mite pallets, which just had, you know, a lot of small electronics or small appliances that we could sell, like microwaves and stuff like that. But we chose this one because we saw that Roomba on it. And even though we sold the Roomba, the rest of it was just absolute garbage, and we threw all of it in the garbage. It was trash. It was mostly trash. Now that's not to say I won't ever shop at this place anymore. I just know that whenever I go in there, I would need to get a specific type of pallet and not go towards just thinking that something is going to be something that it's not. I definitely stray away from vacuum cleaners. I'm not telling you what to do, but I don't buy vacuum cleaners because they're always nasty, and I'm not going to clean them out. So I don't need to buy them because they're just going to go straight in the trash. All right, the next one is kind of surprising. Well, not surprising. So this was smaller lots. So we talk a lot about smaller lots, especially for new people. I say if you want to get something small, you can try small lots because the investment is low. So, you know, you can find one on there for $150 or $200. And if you lose anything, it's just going to be $150 or $200 and not thousands of dollars, you know, like I have done, you know. So I always tell people, you know, you can go try it just to try resale, but definitely smaller lots is not always the best option for getting lots. And that's because they're smaller lots, but they don't have a lot of items in it.
It is. As you can see, it is cracked.
And these are unexpected returns. I didn't say that on the beginning of it, but these are unexpected returns.
Okay, so I mean, it looked like it got everything in it, and somebody probably returned it because they probably received it and it was cracked.
So that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items out of, I don't know how many items we had, but 5 items out of all those items were either broken or missing pieces or something like that. This is real. This is what the real deal is. You know, I I try to be as real as possible, and everything's not, you know, all peaches and cream always. You know, there's going to be some times where you're going to get stuff and it's going to be broken. That's the liquidation game. That's life. So Joe from Family of Flips, he posted on the group about the small lots and how, you know, the percentages and stuff of what you get. But in general, you need to look at a smaller lot. If it has 7 items in it, if 5 of them are broken, which could be, then you only got 2 items that you can sell and you're not going to make your money back. So you have to be smart when you're purchasing these items, because there's definitely no guarantee for you making any money whatsoever with resale. It doesn't matter, even if the stuff is brand new, you still may not be able to sell the stuff. All right, the next one is quick lot. So actually, this is kind of a fun fact. The majority of our suggested videos or suggested people that come from suggested videos is from our quick lots video. And I don't like being, I don't necessarily like being associated with quick lots because I haven't gotten that much good product from them. We've done quite a bit of unboxings from quick lots because back then, you know, we just wanted to get stuff as fast as we could, and it was like one of the options of getting stuff quick. And yeah, they're it's not great, but it's not bad. I'm not going to bash them because, you know, I'm not going to bash anybody. But you know, it's just our business model and their business model just kind of don't match with the stuff that they have right now. They may in the future have better stuff. I don't know, but just for our business model right now, it just doesn't. We just don't want to get that stuff at this point. So anyway, this was a quick lots shoe pallet. Probably would have been really great for somebody that has like a flea market booth or somebody that sells a lot on Poshmark and know exactly the algorithm and stuff with Poshmark. We just don't sell on Poshmark much, so it just wasn't for us. We still have majority, when I say the majority, like 98% of the shoes that we bought from this pallet. Now, mind you, we didn't sell a lot of them because we didn't list all of those, but I would have thought that people would have came in the store and purchased them, and they just didn't. They didn't purchase them. Actually, we did have a viewer purchased a couple pair of shoes, so I appreciate that. But in terms of the profitability of that pallet, it was not great. So let's see what we got. And want to talk a little bit about these.
Okay, so first of all, let me come back in the frame just so you can. Do you see this? They speaking to me.
Yeah, they got a little tongue to them.
So.
But I mean, these are actually nice boots. But yeah, it's got some. I think this is from the water.
Yeah, the water
I think
damage.
this one got wet. The box was wet, so like I said, this is sometimes what you get.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it just wasn't great. I mean, I don't know. Somebody else that does shoes and clothes, they probably would have done really well with this. So I hate to like bash them, but it's just, for us, it just wasn't great. It was just not a good buy for our business model. All right, the next one is actually a more recent one. So it's kind of a funny story. The next two was purchased at the same time. And so I'm going to kind of talk about a little bit of the same thing with both of them. But so with this pallet, the problem that we had was I was really trying to get some new product in. It was right before COVID hit, and I was just trying to get some product. I had money to go buy pallets, and I said, you know, I'm gonna go get 3 or 4 pallets, and you know, whatever I could fit in this truck, I'm just gonna go get it because we was making a pallet run. So I didn't really make a really good decision on what pallets to get, and this was an HD pallet, Home Depot pallet. So we've always done well with Home Depot pallets, but I didn't look at the types of light fixtures on this pallet. And there was just too many broken light fixtures and stuff that was missing parts for us to be profitable on this pallet. So we paid like $600 for this. So let's see what we got.
That I cannot pick up.
Yeah, I'll come right in.
It is a 52-inch large room ceiling fan, brushed nickel.
So it's got a red stick on it.
It does. So we'll see.
You see me shaking it.
Something is probably broken. Hope not.
Hope not. This is a nice little looking light fixture.
Yeah.
All right.
So that one got a yellow sticker, which I think that means they don't carry it in the store.
They don't carry it in the store, yeah. So this is a 5-light LED flush mount, chrome finish, rain effect, chrome glass shade with crystal drops.
Okay, I'm gonna scan this one.
Okay,
hold on.
I got it. So definitely wasn't a good buy. We didn't really lose that much money on that pallet, but I just have a lot of those light fixtures still in my garage. I could probably piece them out and sell them for parts. We sold quite a bit of the ceiling fans for parts. We sold all of the floor lamps, but just in general, we just wasn't very profitable with that pallet. So in the future, definitely if I were to purchase Home Depot pallets, it will be more of the high-end light fixtures like Minka Lavery and Generation Lighting. Those lights are very expensive, and generally you can get your money back if you do get those types of light fixtures. All right, last but not least is the Walmart Toys pallet. So I made a dedicated video on this pallet because it was just that bad. And we didn't really lose, well, we lost quite a bit of money. I think we paid like $5.50 for it, and I lost all $5.50 on it. I mean, that's just, really thinking about buying that pallet, I saw toys and I said, you know what, toys sell, we can sell those locally. And I just didn't realize that it was from Walmart, and Walmart pallets, just in my opinion, they suck. And I just don't like buying them. And definitely lost money on this one. We still have all those RC cars. If anybody wants to see the RC cars, please come get them, because I'm so tired of stepping over RC cars. Probably the next time I get a dumpster, I'm just gonna throw them all away and just count it as a loss. But this pallet was pretty terrible. So let's see what we got. You see that? Look.
Is it really? Oh my God! I mean, they've been.
Look at the hole at the top of it.
Okay, so I'm sure they use this.
Look at this. Y'all got
100,000 times.
Y'all gotta look at that. Come on now. Come on, Walmart. Come on, Wally World.
First of all, I wish I could take it out.
I mean, them wheels is bald.
Look at the hole in the top of it.
See, this is trash. Sometimes, you know, it takes one to know one. Two wrongs don't make a right. That's just random one-liners. What am I trying to say? It was just bad. It was terrible. I won't ever do that again. Whenever I go through and if I buy a Walmart pallet, it won't be like returns. It has to be stuff that's new, or probably electronics that's not like Walmart electronics. So a lot of this stuff was just junk. It was used, it was returns. It was really, really bad. And this should have been like a salvage pallet. That's how bad it was. I don't think any of the stuff in there worked. None of it was new. And I threw about half of it away, and I still got the other half at the store, or in the storage unit and at the store. So it was just a really, really bad buy. So I hope you all got some value out of this. Definitely us at Pallet Jackin, me and April, are not infallible to getting terrible pallets. We've gotten them. We've gotten multiple ones from multiple different places. And I just wanted to share that with you all. I don't want you all to think that we are we don't get bad pallets, because we do. We get bad loads. Everybody does. Everybody on YouTube that makes these YouTube videos gets bad loads. They may not necessarily show all of them, or you may not necessarily perceive that they're bad loads, but we all get bad loads. So I just want to make sure I share that with you. In the future, I'm going to make sure that I accentuate times where I think that we're going to take a loss, or if I think that it's going to be a bad load based on the condition of the items and stuff like that. So I'm going to really make sure that I do that, because I want you all to see the full spectrum of our business, and I don't want y'all just to see the successes, but I also want y'all to see the failures. So if you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we release new videos. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.